D.C., Fox 7 Austin. This is Fox 7 News at 10.
Tensions run high as state troopers work to keep death penalty protesters in line. Good evening. The voices of angry protesters could not stop tonight's execution.
42-year-old Larry Robeson died by lethal injection just after 6 o'clock tonight. But protesters fought until the end, saying Robeson was schizophrenic and unable to understand what he was doing when he killed 5 people. Fox 7's Jack Hirschfield is following the story. And Jack, there were a lot of protesters at the governor's mansion tonight.
More than 50 carry outside the governor's mansion expressing their outrage at the execution. An execution defense lawyers and death penalty opponents say is flat out wrong. Meanwhile, prosecutors maintain justice won out tonight as the state executed 5-time killer Larry Robeson.
Don't kill the mentally ill. Cure, don't kill.
Things turned tense outside the governor's mansion as protesters spoke out against the execution of Larry Robeson.
Stay on the sidewalk, but try to...
A Department of Public Safety officer shoved Fox 7 photographer Nune as the officer tried to clear a portion of the governor's driveway. Meanwhile, the debate whether to put Robeson to death continued.
I think it's unfortunate.
Criminal law attorney David Botsford has represented many death row inmates and says a diagnosed schizophrenic like Robeson had no place on death row.
In order to be diagnosed as a paranoid schizophrenic by a psychiatrist or a psychologist, you have to have certain diagnostic criteria, which are totally unrelated to the consumption of drugs.
Botsford talks about drugs because Robeson admitted to taking illegal drugs, which defense attorneys say caused his schizophrenia. They say taking the narcotics turned Robeson schizophrenic. His attorneys say Robeson didn't know what he was doing when he committed the 5 murders.
Robeson was, in fact, aware of what he was doing when he committed these murders.
Chief capital litigator for the Texas Attorney General's office, Gina Bunn.
Both prior to the offense and immediately after the offense showed that he was clearly aware of what he was doing when he committed these murders.
It took 2 juries to send Robeson to his death, and it may be his death that makes the state look harder at the death penalty and its relation to those claiming insanity. Again, Robeson saw 2 juries during his life send him to death. The first jury's verdict was thrown out because of an error in selecting the jury. The second jury in 1987 also sends Robeson to death. Carrie?
Thanks, Jack. Robeson is the 4th man this year and the 3rd person this week to be executed in Texas.